Older men are now becoming the most attractive thing women truly desire. In fact, research shows women prefer older men, and these men have an innate ability to make women addicted to them. So if you're one of these men ready to give up on dating, you're implored to stay a little longer, as this guide will shed some light on. I noticed only 96% of you who don't have subscribed. Come on guys, show some love and support. Thanks a bunch to those who have already subscribed. What you can do. The following 9 social skills will blow your mind, and you can see just how easy it is for older men to get women addicted to them. These skills work on both young and old women. So don't hesitate to use them, and know these aren't some secret manipulation tactics. So let's dive in, Fearless Forge. Number 1, growth mindset. One of the most important social attributes of older men is generally the way they present themselves. You see, many people are stuck in the past, and when engaging in social interactions with women, they tend to continuously ruminate over past stories. However, women love a man that grows and continues to strive toward a solid and sustainable future. The growth mindset is important when it comes to providing value for you and your companion, especially if your goal is to turn it into something that's long-lasting. Older men often use this mindset to dictate their conversation, showing the woman that you have goals, dreams, and a little bit of ambition that will get her excited for a life together. Number 2, using wisdom to their advantage. As you become older, you tend to become wiser. At the same time, your intuition and knowledge grows, which should help you better understand different situations. One thing that older men do is they use their wisdom to their advantage. This could be as simple as speaking less and listening more, or even allowing the woman to make decisions about dates. You see, this gives you more data and information, which means you'll seem as if you're genuinely interested. When you do speak, one fatal flaw many youngsters make is they try to dominate the conversation. But when you learn to be quiet for a bit and listen, your conversational skills will seem more impressive, and you'll always find a topic to talk about. Number 3, leaving her wanting on a high note. One of the worst things you can do is to indulge in drama and social negativity. You see, this leaves her with a final memory of you in a negative light. Now, many men fall into this trap when they don't get what they want and ultimately ruin their chances with a woman. However, older men have learned that everything takes time, and patience is truly a virtue they should understand. Since you're playing the long game, you understand that not everything happens on the first date. Men use this to their advantage when the date is finished and leave her wanting more. But by showing class and dignity, you immediately set yourself apart. This can be as simple as not giving her a goodnight kiss, or expecting anything physical, perhaps a little bit of flirting to just leave her wanting more the next time. Number 4, showing off some success. Now, don't get this wrong, as there are many younger people that are very successful. However, studies have shown that net worth increases exponentially with age, especially if you're someone who's been working for a good few years. One social skill that older men use is to use their extra wealth and plan better and more lucrative dates. Yes, they can go out of their way to impress a woman with money, but it shouldn't be obvious. Instead of taking her to a bar where many people have their dates, you can choose an up-class restaurant. Yes, this is something women tend to seek as they get older, and a man who's made this shift will be much more desirable. Don't go showering her with gifts though, but rather spend your money on something that the both of you like, to give her the impression that you're not treating her, but rather just following your standard lifestyle. Number 5, mature and stoic body language. When you grow older, you learn to deal with problems and drama in a more mature way. Women often tend to stick to gossiping and complaining about their issues. However, you should show your maturity and not indulge in gossiping and other dramatic behaviors that are expected from youngsters in their 20s. You see, older men have the self-confidence that they don't need to prove everything to anyone anymore. And this is a great advantage that you'll have over some of the young bloods still trying to make an impression and find their place in society. By adding some stoicism to your personality, you'll seem indifferent and often also enigmatic. Regardless of the age of a woman, this still remains highly attractive, and she might even start obsessing over you. It's very similar to a murder mystery. Someone is trying to solve, you should reveal bits of information, just enough to keep her invested and working for the rest. However, be careful of not faking this, as women tend to be highly intuitive, and if you become a fake version of yourself, she'll most likely see right through this. This could significantly harm you down the line, and you might need to find a pivot point. It's best to only be yourself and to slowly add the stoic traits as part of your natural life. Number 6, looking good and caring for yourself. Whether you're 20 and dating or 40, looking good is something no one can take away from you. You see, there are plenty of psychological factors that go into looking good and caring for yourself. With one of these being discipline, this might not be a social manipulation tactic, but rather a show of the discipline you have and how much you actually care about how others perceive you. It can bring out a few good conversations, including compliments that sound more natural than fishing for them. For instance, she might call you handsome or attractive, which sets up the perfect base for flirting with her. You can reciprocate or play the natural dating game of teasing her as she fishes for that compliment. However, this does mean you should take care of yourself and put in some of the effort behind the scenes for this to work. In fact, getting in shape can yield you benefits in the dating game at any age. Additionally, it's the one thing that no one can simply take away from you once you've accomplished it. Head to the gym and have some fun. Number 7, not showing insecurity. One of the biggest turn-offs for women in the modern era is insecurity. And unfortunately, society has been pivoting more toward this insecure nature. Since women are now becoming the apex of humanity, men are slithering away in obscurity and developing plenty of insecurity. You see, women have come to expect at least some form of insecurity from men. They date this could set itself very subtly, and fishing out about her exes and asking her things like, if she's dating other men, might sound like normal questions to you. But it stems from some insecurity as a more mature man. You ought not to be bothered by such meaningless things, especially during the dating phase of your relationship. This will show that you are secure with yourself and subliminally signal to her that you could potentially be marriage material. Number 8, being decisive. One of the defining traits of maturity is the ability to be dismissive. You've experienced far more than many youngsters, which gives you experience in woman love. This, however, many older men use this to their benefit by making decisions without hesitation, which shows plenty of confidence on the side of the man. One example of this can be choosing the location for the date, whereas many men will be very attentive to how she feels and what she wants to do. A decisive man will make a decision and stick to this. In fact, this does show subtle signs of authority as well, which tends to be a very welcoming trait for women. Nowadays, men have slipped into such a realm of mediocrity that women have to step up and make some of the important decisions for them. However, once you put your foot down and make these, it'll show her something important. Yes, it shows her that, should a time come when an important decision needs to be made, you have the confidence to take the lead and make it. It shows that you're empowered and in control. You might have heard many women say that they want a man who knows what he wants. Well, this is the perfect opportunity to show her. Number 9, body language. Finally, the one social skill that will set you apart from every other man is your body language. If you're older, it's safe to assume you have some dating experience. And you might have been on a couple of dates before. This should give you confidence to have calm and confident body language that shows you're not a beginner with this. Once you realize that you're not a beginner anymore, you can become confident in how you interact with her. You also realize that you have absolutely nothing to lose, which removes most of the pressure. Master your body language on date. You'll always have the option of a second date instead of giving up. It's time to own your age and your wisdom in such a way that makes women addicted to you. It's never too late to stop wallowing in your own mediocrity.